Hi, I'm Nate the Bias User, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Vampire Weekend album, Only God Was Above Us. They are back, giving me the reminder I should probably check out their later works, but the only previous works of theirs I'm aware of at this moment is Father of the Bride, a record I was listening to when being new to digging deep into the not-so-mainstream music. And I played Guitar Hero when I was a kid, so of course I'm aware of the banger that is A-Punk. But that's an old song, and despite the liking I had of a few tracks off their previous, simultaneously, I wasn't crazy about the record enough to be under any assumption that we are witnessing Vampire Weekend at their creative peak. But with this newest record, I just gotta say, if this isn't the band at their peak, I have a lot of other good shit to look forward to because, wow. I will just state the production is not polished. It is incredibly raw and noisy, but I can't imagine this album being any other way. It creates so much chaos in the progressive chorus on the intro ice cream piano. Speaking of the piano, such a beautiful contribution to the progression. Very interesting and engaging indie rock that we end up getting a jazz spin on, the follow-up classical. Not as chaotic, but Ezra Kenne's singing is passionate throughout. And we still have these small but wild sections of a high-pitched horn working with an aggressive piano. This gets followed by the slow burner Capricorn, dreamy and peaceful track. Love how the drums come down, and the spacey but rough high-pitched sounds that work with it, which I believe came from a guitar. Wouldn't call Connect a slow burner, but it's quite low-key, and if you are looking for some excitement, it is fast and windy in the atmosphere. And the instrumentation is crazy straightforward. Can't say the same for the next track, Prep School Gangster, another slow one with not much experimentation. And while I will admit this track does pale in comparison to what the rest of the album has to offer, it's still really good. It by no means ruins the album. It's a beautiful track. But when we get a track like The Surfer following it up, that spoiler alert is even slower, but such an amazing build-up of some spacey violin and synths that sound like a horn, backing up a very chill but hard to forget piano riff. It kind of makes the previous not as memorable. Then we get Gen X Cop, where the bass and fuzzy but energetic drums gives a great feel of an early Strokes album. And we get that paired with an orchestral surrounding, plus some spacey, noisy guitar backgrounds. It stands out in the best possible way. It's such an adventure of a track, and it might be my favorite. It gets foggy with the track Marybone, but I guess that helps with the trip-hop direction, with the drums. I can't imagine this track without it. And we close this with the 8-minute cut, Hope, that feels shorter than it is, but maybe because every moment here builds on the track's progression. And it's too catchy for it to even be short. Soothing piano and Ezra singing I Hope You Let It Go makes a track that's hard to get out of your head, and even harder if it was less than 8 minutes. Which wouldn't be a problem, because just like basically everything on this entire album, this is amazing. It's a beautiful track. But yeah, Vampire Weekend, Only God Was Above Us, love it. Has variety, it experiments with good execution, and it gets to the emotion. I'm gonna give this album an 8.9. Like, subscribe, check out my other social medias, including my album of the year, since I have been updating that recently. It even has my top 50 albums in 2023 if you want to check those out. Anyways, I will see you next time.